How are you doing today, people? Hopefully you're doing well, because we are going to be making even more disgusting things that are from ULTRAKILL very poorly right inside Spore, and this is gonna be a creature. But before we get into this video, guys, join my Discord server. Okay, that's it. Enjoy the video. I dedicate this one creation to one of my Discord server members who has been asking for this for a while now, and I just wasn't doing it for some reason. So this is as long as the body can get. So it's gonna be a little disappointing when it's done. And let me just make all the pieces a little wider. These are definitely not equally wide, but that's okay because it's gonna suck anyway. The details of this guy are so complicated that I don't even know where to begin. At the same time, it's going to be simple because it's going to be copy and pasting everything all over it. I think this posture for it is alright. Or do we perhaps want to make it a snake that actually is not a snake, but it's going to be like moving like a snake, you know? Well, I believe this posture that it has is fine. Speaking of postures, you who's watching right now, fix your sitting posture. I know one of you is gonna be like sitting like this. Since this creation doesn't even have any arms or legs, it's gonna be straightforward. We're going for the face first. I think this mouth, for the first time, we're gonna be picking a mouth from the creepy and cute back despite Mumbly Joe. And that is going to be macabre jaw. I do believe the ferocity that it is emitting from itself is gonna match the one that Leviathan has. Also, yes, it is going to be Leviathan in case it wasn't obvious already. How many more enemies in ULTRAKILL don't have any limbs? We also could have used this, but nah, actually this one's better. And for the face is gonna be a little tricky. We're gonna use this. It actually doesn't get smaller than that somehow, but we can make it artificially smaller using the arrows. I don't get why they just didn't let us make it smaller using the mouse wheel, but alright. So this is where the face goes, if it can all fit on that. And I'm not even gonna be putting a nose for it, despite the statue face on Leviathan clearly having a nose. I just feel like it's gonna make it worse. And as for the eye, there are no real normal eyes. Maybe these. Yeah, these go very well. Man, if only you could see them. Oh, never mind this then, I guess. This is going to be one intimidating Leviathan. Actually, the eyes are smaller, way smaller. Now this looks more goofy than intimidating. I think this piece looks well as the, you know, mask. Yeah, hell yeah, I somehow made it work. Look at that, that looks nice. If I were to say so myself. Now, as for the whole body up there next to the face, how small can you make arms? I wonder. How skinny even? Not skinny at all. That's gonna be like at the smallest, huh? You can't put whole arms on the mouse. It's not gonna let me. Only on the body itself. So for the upper legs or arms, I can't even tell how the Leviathan is made, man. I mean, it looks like arms. So for that part, it's just not gonna exist. I probably have to do something else for that here. Or maybe even I won't do anything. That's also the thing we could do. Nothing. Give it the Opasabuba, the human hands. This actually looks terrible on the low qualityness of Spore. Now it can grab stuff. Look, he's so happy. Wait, I just realized what else we could possibly do for the other arms. This has 4 segments, right? Nope, wrong one. We can just take this type of arm, put it exactly as at the same place as the other arms. Wait, yo, this works perfectly. This is the first time ever that I am building something and this part of the arms join together and it's actually useful. Holy crap, this is revolutionary in my Spore career. However, we might be facing yet another problem, and that is making these arms look connected. So... oh, actually, they work here, but they couldn't work in the other video that I made, huh? Look at the corpse behind the slaughter. The corpse has his arms tied up to its own body, but they couldn't be connected, so now they work here. Oh, okay, now I see how it is. Well, we got this guy until he starts moving, then it's not gonna be looking very good. Now that we are actually done with the face now, let's see here, what can we do about the body? It's got more of those faces around its neck, so give me this. I'm gonna be copying this. I'm not gonna be putting eyes on it, I don't think. This is gonna be one of the creations that takes so long to make, like the earth mover that I made. It's gonna be one of those cases where if I were to actually put in the needed dedicated effort in as I am doing right now, it's gonna look passably good, like not even bad. Also, the undo and redo button insists that I put this guy in the air, so it's gonna be in the air. What goes wrong with that though? Whenever I move it in the air, like why? Why does that happen? Let's just not ever move this guy ever again. How are you gonna move if you're... Oh. Very interesting. Man, this is kind of funny, not gonna lie. But anyways, no distractions. We are not gonna be able to actually put the faces here. Only gonna be the base that I use for this part. But that's fine. I've talked about these three in particular enough. Let's actually move on to the next part, huh? It also has a red thingamabob on its head, you know? What the hell am I supposed to do about that? Maybe make it a weapon. I could put this here if I were to orient it correctly. That's kind of right, you know? And then the other thing that I'm gonna do, you know how it has spears going through it? I'm gonna be putting these spears right under where it's placed, and then copy that, make it a little smaller here. I believe this is passable. Actually, it's way smaller now that I'm seeing. I believe that's quite fine. The entire rest of the body is gonna be at the very least painful to detail. Also, while we're here, I'm gonna be putting up freedom because it's already like hitting the complexity meter at max, so I don't want that to get in the way. Now, as for putting all the faces that it has on its stomach, oh man, why does this thing have to be so detailed? This is gonna be more detailed than Hideous Mask, dude. So the faces have to start from here, right? And I'll copy the bases a bunch of times. It's actually not gonna have many fit on it, you know, because this is just a very tiny miniature version of a Leviathan. So thank God I don't have to be putting like 99 faces on this thing. And then give me this eye. I'll... Wait. Oh, scrap. Oh, this is gonna be not good at all. Because they're kind of, you know, stuck to the body itself. Not all of them are gonna be sticking out. Or even at all, dude, look. Well, you see, now I'm saying scratch putting faces everywhere on this guy. It's only getting faceplates now. It's only getting kneecaps. The hell is a faceplate? It's just not possible, okay? Sorry, but also not sorry. Also, it gets a little thin towards the end, so I gotta make these bones a little smaller.
A few moments later.
I'm so curious what happens if you make the tail of something a hand. This is actually the first time that I'm making such thing happen. How are you gonna move? Okay, your movement has become a little better, but also not at the same time. How did you become better and worse at the same time, man? You also have some sort of outward spine, or your spine is in your outside. I don't know what to describe that, but whatever, I'm gonna make it work. The best bet that I have for that is using one of these, because there's no way I'm filling up its back with arms, dude. There's just no way. Nuh-uh. Wait, but I have freedom on. What? How are you saying that there's too many parts? Is that really not true freedom then? What is this? Well, I mean, I guess I was kind of gonna end it here anyway. Let's just go to the coloring. Why is Spore acting like that, dude? Yes, I am fairly certain that this no longer needs more work. Now, you see this? This is really looking like Leviathan. The eyes aren't supposed to be colored, but it got caught in the crossfire. That's not in my control. This is what we're gonna get. This is the Leviathan, everybody. Vortex, I'm really hoping that you are not facepalming yourself right now after seeing this. This looks terrible, man. Oh my god. How would your kids look like? Are they gonna look as hideous? Well, they're just really this smaller version of this abomination. What's going on with their arms? What is going on with the big guy's arms? What? You know what? I don't even want to see you anymore. What do I name it? Oh god, that's an even harder part. I have googled Leviathan synonym and it has brought up behemoth, so that's what I'm gonna call it, behemoth. There we go. Look at this behemoth, an absolute behemoth of a disaster. I'm gonna save it and I'm gonna leave this menu ASAP. Dude, this is so bad that it broke the whole cheat that's supposed to remove the complexity meter limit. And it was so bad that I feel like stopping the video right here. It took me 42 minutes. I don't have time for a second creation. We're getting only one creation today. I'm sorry. But in any case, if you got this spot in the video, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked it, or maybe even comment or subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.